maybe a little shaky because I'm biking, but this is where I think best is when I'm biking, when I'm running, and when I'm mowing. I want to make a little series out of this. Maybe get a GoPro mounted so then I don't have to hold my phone here. But I just wanted to talk about kind of what's been on my mind for the last month. I've had a handful of things on my mind, but really it comes down to my priorities and my time management. And these are like two huge issues I think I need to improve on to grow my business and to excel at YouTube. So I want to do good at YouTube, but I feel like it just takes the majority of my time. And I spend all that time I should be working on my business, working on YouTube. And right now, paying for an editor seems like too big of a cost for these very low quality videos. So I think one of the biggest things I've been struggling with is setting my priorities straight. Because since I've been back, since I've been back from Africa, I just don't know. I think I need to sit down, take a moment, and write out my priorities. Because it gets split between my business, YouTubing, podcasting, and like family and friends. I got a hill here, so let's resume in a sec. Like I was saying, it really comes down to those categories that I need to prioritize. Because like today, I had a free day. I mowed all day yesterday. Today was my free day to have to myself to get work done. And I ended up working on my podcast. I edited it for like 2 or 3 hours, and then I had to delete it because it messed up and I didn't even get anything done. I'm like, why did I just spend that much time editing my podcast when I really should be trying to figure out how to get more clients and more people to use my services in lawn care and landscaping? Because realistically, my podcast, maybe a couple hundred people are going to do that, but I'm not going to see any return on that today. And I should be spending more of my time on the thing that gets me paid right now and the thing I want to grow long term. I mean, I want to grow both of them long term, but I think setting my priorities has been just a huge issue because every weekend I want to go out with my friends, but then I also want to spend time working on my business. Really, the thing I think is happening is that I'm neglecting my business and the money I could be making because I haven't set what my priorities are or what days I want to set aside for leisure activity and stuff like that. Because I know I can work all day, every day on my business, and then if I have one free day, I'll be happy as a clam. But I've been spending like 3 or 4 days on other stuff that I don't need to do. And like I said, I think that just comes down to setting my priorities. What is more important to me right now? I feel like I should be able to balance YouTube and my business and family and friends. Like, it shouldn't be that difficult, but I feel like it's just unbalanced. And I'm spending too much time doing nothing, sitting around. So that's what I'm going to be working on. And another part of that is my time management. I feel like when I sit down, I feel like even when I sit down to do work on my business or whatever, I feel like I get distracted or I do something else, and I end up doing nothing. I also think another thing that will possibly help me out in that aspect is getting clearer on my vision for my company and sitting down with other landscape and lawn care professionals and getting their ideas and stuff like that. So that's what I'm working on, what I'm struggling with right now. If you find this entertaining, these are just my thoughts while I bike. And hopefully I'll start a series on this because it's really where my mind just starts going. And I can make these into longer, better videos later on. So before I end it, I do want to say there is a thing that happens that once I press record, I ramble on and I forget everything I said like 10 seconds ago. So I'm just going to add these in here just in case I forgot them. And that is, I think the main point is what I'm trying to say here, is that I want to spend time on my company and grow it as best as I can. I know it's the first year, but that's what I really want to do. And I think I'm just not spending like any time trying to figure out how to get more clients. And I think a big part of that will be prioritizing, meaning putting all my business work at the beginning of the day when I have the most brain power and I get the most done. I need to put all those tasks at the beginning of the day. Another thing is, I don't spend that much time editing, but these last 2 videos I've edited were huge videos for me, and I'm still new to editing, still trying to figure it out. So I spend a lot more time on them than I should have. So I'm sure that will buff out over time, but I'm just scared of doing too much at once. But we're gonna grind it out, we're gonna get it done. I'm gonna post these on YouTube, little raw edit. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. If you're feeling any of this, if any of this struck a chord with you, if you're struggling trying to figure it out, just leave a comment down below, and I'll see you in the next one.